All right, kids, we have got two things to break tonight. It is a half case of Bowman's Best Baseball, because that's all we have left of that one, and a full case of Optic football collector's boxes. It'll be the first time we've jumped into the collector box version of Optic this year. And we do have a little bit of information to go over before we get started. So let's go ahead and get that up on the screen, or at least I'm going to try to get that up on the screen. If it'll cooperate with me. There we go. So my feedback is set to be automated. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you are instantly going to get the same in return. And of course, far more importantly, there is a big thank you. Always appreciate you being here, bidding and breaking with me. We are taking a look next at what's coming up in the days ahead. It's another somewhat quiet week, although we do have two new releases slated for this week, one for Wednesday and one for Friday. So tomorrow night we'll open an autographed baseball jersey, an 8-box inner case of Revolution basketball, and another case of Leaf Metal Draft baseball. Wednesday we have our one new release, which is Topps Archive Signature Series Active Player Edition. That's a mouthful. So we'll open, why do I keep saying 2019? It's 2020. I keep doing that, don't I? Let's fix that. Make that not say that. There we go. That's better. And also a 2019 TriStar Autograph Football. That's an actual regulation kind of football. And what else? Game Changers baseballs. 3 of them, autograph baseballs. On Thursday night, we're going to break a 5th case of Contenders football. As in our other Contenders breaks, Veteran Base does not ship. Friday night, our new release for Friday is Crown Royal basketball. We're going to break a case of that, but it is comprised of a half case from one place and a half case of another. So it'll be a total case quantity, but yeah, for those of you who care about that sort of thing. And another case of Archive Signature Active Player Edition and an autographed baseball bat. On Saturday, we're going to open a pair of multi-sport jerseys. Spots are sold by the first letter of the last name, all listed in the football category. Another single box of 2016 Black Gold football and another case of Leaf Metal Draft. Then Sunday and Monday will both be off nights because it's another quiet release week. You guys are giving me 2 days off at a time, like 3 weeks in a row. I love it. I think I skipped a page. Did I skip a page? I did. We got to go back one. This is where we're supposed to be. So both of our shipping breaks tonight, or both of our breaks tonight are paid shipping breaks. Everything that we're opening should be out the door and on the way to you by Thursday. It might be sooner, should not be any later than that. If in either of our breaks tonight you happen to go without hitting a card of any sort, base or otherwise, which is not super likely in Optic, but could happen in Bowman's Best, you would still get your consolation card or cards sent out, and they will ship out with the rest of the break since it is a paid shipping break. All right, so it is a 4-box half-case break of 2019 Bowman's Best Baseball. This is break number 9, and it's the last of the Bowman's Best. Everything else was in full cases, but these little orphans were hanging around, so time to get them to a new home. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, Monday night, the 27th of January, on eBay, of course, breaking it the same night it ended. And I keep clicking on the wrong things there. Team names are on one side. Winning bidders are across from each team on the opposite side. And, of course, a new spreadsheet will go up shortly when we get into Optic. So Bowman's Best is first. Optic will be second. Bowman's Best will be a relatively quick break. There's not a ton of cards in that, in a half case like that. Last little piece of business here. I am changing up the focus. Yes, your background is getting blurry. That is by design. So don't let that cause you any stress. We're going to be able to see what we need to see. It'll look all nice and pretty for us. Hi, Jay Allen. How are you? Stu is here too. Oh, it's your first break here. Well, welcome, Stu. Nice to have you. Jay Allen, you need the Phillies and the Pirates. And you need some Lions hits and some rated rookie cards in Optic. All right, my friend, let's try and get let's try to get everybody's wish list taken care of. I think somehow I have gotten thick card sleeves mixed in with regular. Hang on one second. Let me get the thick ones kind of what look like the big ones to me out of the way so we don't have to wrestle with them. So Bowman's Best, probably everybody's opened some of this by now, but if you haven't, it is 2 mini boxes inside of each master box. So there's a total of 8 little mini boxes. We're going to get all of those out first before we do anything else. Each one of our mini boxes will have 2 autographs in it, which means 4 per master box, which means we're still going to have a nice total of 16 autographs in this box, so, or in this break rather. So even though it's only a half case, there are still lots of hits to be found here in Bowman's Best. And if you are here for optic, I would say this will probably take us, I don't know, what do you think, guys? 25 minutes, something like that, maybe? Somewhere in that neighborhood, probably. Of course, you're welcome to hang out here with us and watch the Bowman's Best if you want. But sometimes people like to go do other things in the meantime. Now, I know I just cut that. There we go. Couldn't find the seam. Jay Hallen says it's 2019 forever in my world. I know, I have had trouble on some of that, haven't I? Well, truthfully, because we've got both types of products coming out now. We've still got 2019 products in football, and of course our basketball is listed as 1920, and Leaf products that are coming out now are still 2019 labeled. And then you've got Topps starting with 2020, so yeah, I'm just in such the habit of writing 2019. It takes me a bit to get it all on the right page, I guess. So King, I'm guessing that you didn't hear my rundown of all that info just a minute ago, but it is right after we finished Bowman's Best, which I estimated to be probably about 25 minutes from now, give or take maybe 5 minutes in each direction. Something like that is my best estimate. Okay, so guys, this first box, we'll talk a little bit more about what we see. We'll go a little faster through subsequent. The first thing to look at here is an autograph for Austin Riley. That's headed to the Atlanta Braves. It's the blue parallel, numbered to 150. You'll see up there in that top corner. Now, we do have these refractors, which are pretty, but they are not numbered. They're just base refractors. As we come across those and other inserts in subsequent boxes, I'll either call out the player name or the team name, but we won't spend as much time on them. This is an example of franchise favorites. There's your little, newly drafted guy, Adley Rutschman, for the Orioles. He's kind of a big deal. All of those franchise favorites, that was also a Nick Senzel refractor for the Reds. All those franchise favorites will be refractors unless we find a case hit that is autographed, and it might be a refractor and it might not, depending on whether or not it is numbered. This is Future Foundations. They are die cut. We'll find probably a fair amount of them. That particular one is for the Tampa Bay Rays. Oh, what is that? Some kind of little, yikes, little piece of plastic or something I must have had on the table, didn't see it. A refractor there for Vlad Guerrero Jr. And the Blue Jays Power Producers, we're going to see plenty of these. That's another insert series where the whole insert series refracts, but they are not numbered unless I tell you otherwise. Here comes Corbin Carroll for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And that is a base autograph, not a refractor, and no color on that one. Stu says you're looking for a 1/1. The Jays, you say the M's, that could be the Mets or the Marlins or the Mariners, I don't know which. The Cards and the Giants. All right, we'll do our best with you for that. It was a Rowdy Tellez refractor for the Blue Jays. There's another franchise favorites. That's the Padres and C.J. Abrams. Robert for the White Sox. And here's an example of some color that doesn't have ink attached. And our purple cards are numbered to 250. This is the Mets and Brett Batty. And our atomic refractors, I forgot about these little bad boys. So these show up pretty often too. They're not numbered, but obviously they are atomic refractor, so they're still kind of cool. And Trey Turner with a base refractor for the Nationals. So that's what our first little mini box looks like. The others are going to look pretty similar to that. So we won't spend quite as much time talking about the types of inserts in these subsequent, so we'll be able to get through them a shade faster. Ian, the optic football break will be right after we finish Bowman's Best, so you can check back in 20-25 minutes, something like that. I would imagine we would be there. I don't think it'll take us much longer than that, but give or take 5 minutes anyway. Jay Allen, you need the Harper Hoskins duel. All right, we'll try it. We'll try it. Do our best. I'll work the mojo, man. And Stu, you meant the Mariners. All right, well, we'll try to find you some Mariners too then. A die cut for the Rockies with Grant Levine. Future Foundations. And here's Manoah for the Blue Jays. Neophyte Sensations. This is our first look at this. It is another insert set that pretty much always is a refractor. This particular one, though, is also an atomic refractor. So there you go for Austin Riley and the Braves. Nice little autograph out for the Padres with Mr. C.J. Abrams. That one is a refractor parallel. There's Kikuchi for the Mariners. Franchise favorites for the Rangers. A Laureano refractor for the A's. And here's some green. Joe Adele, numbered to 99 for the Angels. Anytime we see the green, you know it's going to be to 99 in Topps. Die cut, Future Foundations, Texas Rangers. And that is Julio Pablo Martinez. Ozzy for the Braves. Power Producers Arenado Rockies. Padres with another autograph. That was a whole Padres mini box as far as autographs go. You have Owen Miller on the front, and that is a base autograph. Oh, Carlos, you got the Juan Soto bat today. I know, right? That was a sweet little hit, wasn't it? Clayton Kershaw, refractor for the Dodgers. Franchise favorites, Victor Mesa for the Marlins, and an Alex Bregman refractor for the Astros. Yeah, that Juan Soto bat, man, I love pulling that. That's got to be worth some decent money, too, I would think. Because I don't see a lot of his autographed jerseys and bats and things. So, of course, you may be keeping it. It may be personal collection. I don't know. But, yeah, I liked that bat myself. And then we pulled the Barry Larkin out of that Leaf Bat series, too. Maybe a break or two ahead prior to the Juan Soto. I was pretty jealous over that one as well. Especially being the Reds fan that I am. We signed Nick Castellanos today, believe it or not. The Giants and Joey Bart, Taylor Trammell, and the Padres. Power Producer Harper for the Phillies. Oh, there you go, Orioles. Adley Rutschman. This is the hit you want if you've got Baltimore. Let's hope it's numbered too. It is not numbered, but it's still a nice hit. Adley, base autograph, Baltimore Orioles. Congrats. Bo Bichette, Blue Jays. Die cut Future Foundations for the Phillies. Philadelphia Phillies have a little Alec die cut. Eugenio Suarez for my Cincinnati Reds. Refractor. There's a refractor for Chipper Jones and the Braves. Ditto for Walker Buehler and the Dodgers. Oh, sweet. My Reds have been on a roll lately. They've been pulling some awesome stuff. And this, we only have a half case here, right? But guess what we just got? A case hit right here. And look who it is. Nick Lodolo for the Cincinnati Reds on the franchise favorites autograph. And as I mentioned, oddly enough, the only franchise favorites that doesn't refract are the autograph ones, and they're the case hits. Every once in a while, you'll find one of those case hits that's numbered on a franchise favorites, then it refracts, but most of the time it doesn't. Garrett Cole for the Astros, Neophyte Sensations, Brandon Lowe for the Rays, and a Future Foundations die cut. And that is Victor Mesa for the Marlins. Nolan Arenado Refractor Rockies. That Lodolo is sweet. We pulled a nice little 1 of 1 for him on a printing plate out of Leaf Draft the other night too. He's going to be good too. I'm excited about that guy. I think he's going to be very good. He's ahead of Hunter Green in our farm system right now, at least projected to be. Of course, Hunter missed the whole year with Tommy John surgery, really longer than that, because he tried to rehab it before he elected to have the surgery. But yeah, Lodolo's projected to potentially make it up even before Hunter Green. So how about that? All right. Let's see what's shaking out next here. We've got the Cubbies and an atomic refractor of Anthony Rizzo. Kopech for the White Sox. And this is a Future Foundations die cut atomic. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Travis Swaggerty. Pittsburgh Pirates. Dang, man. Orioles are cleaning up. Rylan Bannon. That is a base autograph for Bannon. Griffin Canning for the Angels. Franchise favorites Chavez and the Red Sox. And a little more color comes our way. Blue to 150, Detroit Tigers, Riley Green. Followed by another die cut Future Foundations. This one is headed to Baltimore. You've got, guess who? Rylan on that one too. Royce Lewis, refractor for the Twins. Power producers, Adley Rutschman for the Orioles. And the Rangers have an autograph, Josh Young. So Texas Rangers with a refractor autograph. Brandon Lowe, Tampa Bay Rays. What else have we got? Franchise favorites, J.J. Bleday, Marlins, and an Aaron Judge refractor for the New York Yankees. Jay Allen, you said you're in a slump and you need some help. All right, man, I'm trying for you. Stu says he's been in a slump too. That's why he went for the hot teams that he's seen in other breaks. That's a good idea. Just kind of try to get the mojo flowing again. Yeah, that's a solid plan. I know, Stu, the Orioles are doing well in here. But you know what? I am shocked out of a half case that we hit not only the case hit, which was quite a good one with Lodolo, and then we've hit the Adley Rutschman in here as well. It's been a really solid half case so far, and we still have a little bit to go as well. So, Mookie Betts, blue to 150 for the Red Sox. Chris Bryant, Cubbies, atomic refractor. Pache for the Braves. Future Foundations die cut, atomic, Giants, and Joey Bart. Ooh, this is a nice little hit too. For the Brewers, Keston Hiura. Nice little rookie autograph, base auto. Casey Mize, Tigers. Franchise favorites, Riley Green, Tigers, Nick Lodolo, refractor for my Cincinnati Reds. Die cut, Baby Vlad Guerrero Jr., Blue Jays. Duplantier for the Diamondbacks, Mr. Pete Alonso for the Mets. On a power producers, the Dodgers, and Cody Hosey. That is green to 99. We pull this guy all the time. All the time. Kyle Wright for Atlanta. Brett Batty for the Mets. Gleyber Torres for the Yankees finishes up that mini box. Jay Allen said you just need that one card and you'll be happy. That one card would be great if we could pull it. That any dual autograph is great, but yeah, one with Bryce Harper on it, that would be nice. If the mojo will bring it to us. Oh, Kyle, you're looking for Garcia for the Yankees. All right, we'll work on that one too. We pulled him out of Leaf Metal Draft on release night too. Friday night was he's a redemption in there, but he is in there for what that's worth. I mean, some people don't like that product, but if you do. The Tigers, a die-cut Brock Detheridge. Mookie Betts for the Red Sox. And our autograph. Ooh, that's a good one too. I like who we're pulling out of this case, half case. Nolan Gorman comes out with a base autograph for the Cardinals. Xander, Red Sox. Corbin Carroll, Diamondbacks. Machado, Padres. We've got a little color. Garrett Cole to 250. Purple for the Astros. Still hard to think about him wearing the pinstripes in the upcoming year, isn't it? Travis Swaggerty, die cut, Pirates. Altuve, Astros. Power Producers, Tatis for the Padres. And our autograph is Will Wilson for the Angels, and that is a refractor autograph. DJ LeMahieu for the Yankees, and there's Acuna, franchise favorites Braves, and an Alonso refractor for the Mets. All right, we have got 2 mini boxes left to go, so 4 more autographs to find. And then hopefully some parallels and things in here too. Stu, you got a Nolan Gorman to 50 yesterday out of Bowman's Best. We're overrunning you then, aren't we? Overrunning you with it. What'd you say there, Kyle? Hard for you not to think of what? Oh, as a Yankee fan, I got you. I had to think about that a minute. Talking about Garrett Cole and the pinstripes. Right. Yeah, being a Yankee fan, you are going to be super, super excited by it. He says, welcome to New York, cheater. Oh, man. Oh, harsh. That is the Twins franchise favorites. There's a Juan Soto refractor for the Nationals. Power Producers, Rangers. I know, I just had to think my way back through what we were talking about because I hadn't looked over at chat right when you typed it, I guess. Will Wilson out back-to-back, but out of different mini boxes. That's the Angels again. That one's a base auto. Mike Trout for the Angels. And there are my Cincinnati Reds on a Future Foundations die-cut Hunter Green. Charlie Blackmon, Rockies. Nick Senzel, Reds. Chris Sale, Red Sox. Coming up on our autograph, and it heads to the Tampa Bay Rays with Greg Jones. That is a base autograph. Goldie for the Cardinals. Neophyte for the Braves. And here come the Nationals with a die-cut Future Foundations. That was Carter Kieboom and Moncada White Sox refractor. So far, so good. We've got one little mini box left. So we kind of need to work on our last box mojo right here, don't we? Yes, we do. Oh, Kyle, yeah, I figured out what we were talking to about the Garrett Cole. It took me a minute. There is a little bit of delay when you guys type it before it pops up on my side, but also sometimes I'm not like actively looking over there, so there might be a little delay, and then I don't look over there for another 30 or 50 or seconds or something, and then I try to search my poor little brain, my poor little old brain. But I usually eventually figure it out. Stu, who did you say is going to be a hot prospect 2 years out? Which are you talking about out of our little group tonight? You talking about Will Wilson? Yeah, I know. Some of these guys have been traded in the interim. Mike Trout, Angels. Carter Kieboom, Nats. Power Producers, Yelich for the Brewers. That's always the way it rolls in these products, though, isn't it? Cardinals hit again. Genesis Cabrera, and that is a refractor autograph. Let's try to save our last one to the very last. We're going to shuffle our deck a little bit here and save it. Eloy for the White Sox. Kalenic, Mariners. An atomic Garrett Cole for the Astros. McNeil for the Mets. Ooh, I see orange. I like it when I see orange because that means it's numbered to 25. We get Chris Sale for the Red Sox, orange to 25. Not too bad for a half case. We kind of crushed it in that regard. Bo Bichette, die cut, Blue Jays. Hunter Bishop, San Francisco. Franchise favorites, Hunter Bishop. Giants again. Mackenzie Gore, Padres. A franchise favorites, atomic refractor for the Marlins, Victor Mesa Jr. And our last little autograph here comes out for Detroit. We've got Brock Deathridge with a base autograph for the Tigers. All right, kids, we're going to do a little recapping here. We will recap our atomics and the color and the autographs. So let's get down to business with that. Oh, Nolan Gorman you're talking about. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely a highly regarded prospect. His autographs generally do pretty well. All right, so these are our atomics. You've got the Marlins, the Astros, a die cut for the Giants, Cubbies, die cut Pirates, Cubbies, the Braves, and the Padres. Those are the atomic refractors that we found in this half case. Our color, orange to 25. You have Chris Sale for the Red Sox. Purple to 250, Garrett Cole and the Astros. Blue to 150, Mookie Betts, Red Sox. Blue to 150, Riley Green and the Tigers. Green to 99, it's Joe Adell and the Angels. Then you've got Brett Batty, purple to 250 for the Mets. Our autographs, Brock Deathridge, Tigers. A refractor, Cabrera for the Cardinals. The Rays and Greg Jones. The Angels and Will Wilson. The Angels with Will Wilson again, but the bookend is a refractor at least. Nolan Gorman, Cardinals, the Dodgers, green to 99, Cody Hosey. For the Milwaukee Brewers, your rookie Keston Hiura. The Rangers and Josh Young. Rylan Bannon for the Baltimore Orioles. Case hit, franchise favorites, Nick Lodolo for the Reds. He's going to be good, I'm telling you. That's going to be some bucks here in a couple years. Adley Rutschman for the Baltimore Orioles. San Diego Padres and Owen Miller. Did I show you the back of Rutschman? I don't know if I did or not. In case I didn't, there it is. Can't remember if I did. Owen Miller, San Diego Padres. Padres with a refractor, C.J. Abrams, Corbin Carroll for the D-backs. And blue to 150, Austin Riley for the Braves. All right, so there you go. All in all, you know what? For a half case, that was solid. Like, we pulled some nice stuff out of that. I'm pretty happy with what came out of there. You know, an orange, some big name auto hits. I'm about it. I like it. Maybe we're going to be on a roll tonight. All right, if you missed me talking about this earlier, here is the 411. Both of our shipping breaks tonight are paid breaks. Whatever is pulled should be shipped no later than Thursday. It may go sooner, but it should not be any later than that. And I think everybody's going to pull cards in Optic without any question. But if for some chance your team did not pull a single card of any sort, base or otherwise, in what we just finished, which is Bowman's Best, you would still get consolation card or cards, and it would ship out when the rest of the break goes, since it is a paid shipping break. All right. And this is a 20-box case of Optic Collector's Box. So we've already opened 5 cases of regular Optic. Now we're going to start on Collector's Box Optic, which has a... I always want to say the wrong thing. I think I say bronze and it's copper, or I say copper and it's bronze. So anyway, a special parallel for the autograph. Also ended tonight on eBay, of course, Monday night, the 27th of January. Same format with team names on one side, our winning bidders across from each team there on the opposite side. And we are about to dive in. This is my first break of the collector box version of Optic myself, so it should be fun for us all. It's in a big case, so I guess it would kind of have to be to have 20 boxes in it, right? So the first thing we're going to do, get all of our boxes out. Oh, these are big boxes. Well, I guess not that big, but kind of big. Like bigger than I thought they were going to be anyway. So I wonder, yeah, it might be better to stack them, you think? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. What way's going to be better? I don't know if I'm going to be able, no matter how I do it, 20 of them is going to take up a lot of space. No matter how we go. We'll take up a lot of space. Alright, I guess we'll just keep stacking. Just stack up to the ceiling here. Maybe we'll set some in the front too. I'm not running out of room, but like I don't want them stacked so high that they start falling over and stuff. So, bam. They just keep on coming. There's a lot of them. Okay, fun times. Fun times at the OK Corral. Oy. Okay, so, J. Allen, you have the Panthers. Stu, oh, I know, Stu, we didn't find a 1 of 1, man. I am sorry about that. I tried for you. I tried. I did. All right, so what does this tell us on here? We have got 10 packs per box, 4 cards per pack. Of course we do. Like, you know what? If you're putting 40 cards in one box that's being sold as a sealed box, why must you have it in 10 separate packs? Like, I get why they're in separate packs on the stuff that gets sold in retail stores, but why in the world does it have to be in 10 separate packs in a sealed box like that? Give me one pack with 40 cards in it. Daggone it. It just makes me crazy. Anyway, we are looking for 1 autograph and 1 memorabilia card per box, so it says on the front. Of course, we're all familiar with Panini's lovely little on average wording. Here's what that really means, that every once in a while they mess up and don't give us the right amount of hits. Fortunately, that happens very rarely. What is a more common occurrence is that sometimes our hits get replaced by points cards. If that happens tonight, we will, use random.org and give those out at the end of the break. Jimmy needs the Steelers. Steelers are my team, Jimmy, so I hope we do find some nice Steelers in here. I'm all about the black and gold. J. Allen needs his Panthers, and let's see what we can come up with. All right, so a lot of this is going to be base, and all the base stuff, I am just going to plow right on through it at a pretty good clip once we get past this first little box. So this is an example of an insert. It's just a throwback design. They're not numbered or anything. if that changes and we do come across one that's numbered, I'll let you know. But otherwise, you can assume they're not going to be numbered if we speed right on by them. So this is the parallel that is unique to this particular skew. And I always, as I said, want to call it the wrong color. I think it's supposed to be called bronze, I think. Anyway, it is a refractor, and that's Darnell Savage Jr., and it's the Green Bay Packers. This is an example of a rated rookie refractor. Those, again, will be fairly plentiful and, generally speaking, not numbered. That was Miles Sanders and the Eagles on the front there. And there's a little Sony Michel, same thing, refractor but not numbered, although we're in the first box, so I should still flip it over and show you that it's not numbered, which we don't do in subsequent boxes, but we will do in the first one. Notice how curved that is? Yes, we got a massive amount of curvature in Optic this year for some reason. Well, I know for what reason. It's because of the coating they use on the cards, but our first autograph out is Greedy Williams for the Browns. And again, these are all going to be in that special kind of bronze parallel, I guess is what the right way to say it is, rather than copper. I think it's supposed to be called bronze. Rodney Anderson for the Bengals. That has got the scope pattern on it, and it is numbered to 75. All right, so that's our first numbered card that we've seen tonight. And there's a base Kelvin Harmon refractor for the Redskins, a Drew Lock in the bronze for Denver, and our relic. Our relic, I need a little different size sleeve for, I think, just to be safe. Hang on one second. And this is Dalvin Cook for donruss threads in the Vikings. Well, for the Vikings on a donruss threads insert. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It's our memorabilia card. And there's that. Jay Allen said, you just realized there's more autographs in here. Well, yeah, because it's a 20-box case, right? So, I mean, as opposed to regular donruss where you've got 12 boxes, you'd have 12 autographs. In here, we're going to end up with 20. And on top of the fact that we're going to end up with 20, they are also in the unique bronze parallel, each of them. I don't think any of them are regular. They should all be that bronze parallel, is my understanding of it anyway. And if I had had a little clearer concept of exactly how this was structured, I probably would have ordered more of it. But this is the first year they offered it to us, and so I wasn't entirely sure what I was getting into. And of course I had all the regular Optic as well, so I didn't order a lot of this. And then by the time I figured out what it was too late, because I had only ordered this in pre-order. So having it to do over again, yes, we would have ordered a bunch of this too. Because, yeah, why not, right? I mean, it's a unique parallel and 20 autographs. It's all good to me. All right, so going forward, if we come across an insert that is not numbered, what's going to happen is I'm probably just going to read off the player name or the team name and keep on trucking in most cases. Now, we are stopping on this one because it's the first time we've seen it. It's called Fans of the Game. You'll notice he's a Kansas City Chiefs fan, so that will go to the Chiefs. Every once in a while, you'll find somebody who doesn't pick a team, like Rob Lowe at the playoffs, and they just have the NFL logo. If we find one of those, we will use random.org to award it. Juan Thornhill, Kansas City Chiefs. And that's the Packers with Rashawn Gary. Steelers and Big Ben. And our autograph, Travion Williams. That is the Bengals. And like our other autograph, there's just a tremendous amount of curvature in here. Now, it may be slightly more flattened out by the time it gets to you, because I'll have it in a top loader and there'll be other cards around it. But I would expect, honestly, it's still probably going to have some if you take it out of that top loader at some point. Irv Smith Jr., number 2, 79. Was the other one to 79 too? And I said 75? It was. They're both to 79. Sorry. I said the first one was to 75. That's not right. That's the bronze scope in here. There's the Jets with Quinnen Williams. Quadre Allison for the Falcons. I think also I'm going to wait and sleeve those bronze ones after the break since we're finding so many. So we'll just continue to set them aside, but I will sleeve them after the fact. Our relic is Nick Chubb for the Browns. Donruss Threads, the card set once again. Okay, I don't hardly know where to take them from first. Let's take them off the top of these giant stacks. These Jack and the Beanstalk kind of stacks, man. I think that's a good plan. I wish they would do this same kind of thing for basketball. I wish they would offer us, you know, optic basketball in these kinds of collector's boxes. I'm kind of digging them. I like it. You would think, too, that they would, as much as they could sell in basketball this year, but might be a matter of whether or not they can get enough autographs, I guess. Kobe, man, wasn't that awful yesterday? I mean, that was so terrible. I still cannot believe that happened. That's just, and then more details about it coming out today, and, you know, just like entirely pilot error, so avoidable. It's just awful. So this is Kelvin Harmon, and Kelvin is, of course, for the Redskins, and our bronze parallels, Packer and Aaron Rodgers. Packers, Darnell Savage Jr., TJ Hawkinson with the bronze parallel. And our relic is Christian Kirk for the Cardinals. Yeah, I have a couple of really nice Kobe cards, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to list them or not. One of them is a true one-of-one autograph, encased, came that way from Panini, and then I have a nice hard signed to 25 that was a redemption that also was hard encased from Panini. Clayton Thorson, Eagles. Hakeem Butler, and the Arizona Cardinals, our autograph hit out of this box. First time we've seen Power Formulas. That's a fairly common insert, but it is not numbered. And this, of course, will be to 79, where we have Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. And that wraps up that one. I know, Jimmy, it does seem like a lot of people, doesn't it, on there for a helicopter to have 9 people on there, but I gather it must have been a pretty fancy one, because some of the articles were talking about, you know, that it could fly up to heights like almost what a small airplane could fly up to. So it was kind of like a big fancy one. It was a Swarovski, I think, or Skorsky or something like that. You know the one I'm talking about. I just don't say it right. Sikorsky, maybe. I always say it wrong. Anyway, yeah, so it turned out it was entirely pilot error. The guy, they just took off in bad weather, and he got disoriented in the fog and was flying too low, almost hit the top of a mountain, saw it, I guess, at the last second and pulled up like immediately. And then that's when they were going to turn around and go back, I guess, realizing how bad the visibility is. But for some reason, instead of staying where he was up higher to turn around and go back, he dropped back down by like 300 feet and smacked entirely into the side of the mountain. Jay Allen says I should sell those cards quickly. Yeah, I know. I started to list them yesterday and I didn't, so I don't know. I might list them on a 1 day or a 3 day or something on a buy it now or best offer. I don't know, but I've held on to them for several years. I've had them both for several years. I don't know. I've always liked them. It was Josh Allen for the Jags, Baker Mayfield and the Browns, but I might. DeAndre Walker, that is the Tennessee Titans with some ink. I've been watching a lot of the, not a lot, but I've seen a few true one-of-one sell pretty quickly. Buy it now or best offer listed anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000, which is kind of crazy. And there's Montez Sweat for the Redskins. Number 279, Zay Jones and the Buffalo Bills. Seahawks. Oh, there's two little advertising cards back to back, but you know I like to always flip those over to make sure there's nothing stuck to them. Daniel Jones for the Giants. We'll go ahead and sleeve him now. All these bronze parallels are going to get sleeved after the fact anyway, but we'll go ahead and do Daniel now. Why not? And we are looking at the Carolina Panthers and DJ Moore with a relic insert. Deebo Samuel, our last card out of that box. Oh, Jay Allen, you got to go be the designated driver. All right, man. I swear, you are nice to go do that as often as you do for your relative. I mean, I don't think I would do that often. I'd be like, yo, here's the number for Uber. See you next time. But you're very nice to go do that, Jay Allen. We did get you the one Panther there, but I know you want some with ink, so we'll keep trying to work the mojo for you here. All right. It just kills me that in a sealed box like this that's always going to be sold as a sealed box that they got to put 40 cards in 10 different packs. Maybe they think everybody needs to open that many to feel like they've got their money's worth. I don't know. It just makes me crazy. Marquise Brown to 79 for the Ravens. DK Metcalf Seahawks. There's the Cardinals and Hakeem Butler. And Alexander Madison for the Vikings. Ed Oliver for the Buffalo Bills. Well, somebody's laying behind there on the table. We'll go and grab him. He's trying to lag behind on me. That's the Lions. Ooh, a redemption. The plot thickens. And is this a second relic out of here? I don't know. It seems like it is. Maybe a little bit of imperfection on that lower left. This thing is numbered to 50, though, so it should be a decent-looking relic when we flip it over, one would think. It is Dalvin Cook and the Vikings. It's just plain white. That's disappointing. It's numbered to 50 and it's plain white. Come on, man. All right, so the redemption, boom, it stays right there, face down until the very end of the break, and at which point we will flip it over, check it out, go to the Panini website, find out what, if anything, it is numbered to, and verify the team. In the meantime, it will hang out right there in housekeeping, keeping us company. I know, cruel and unusual punishment, right? I always just rather save them to the end. Then we can just do them all right in a row and we don't have to stress over it. I don't like to navigate away from the table anyway once I am opening stuff, for obvious reasons. Once we've got boxes or packs or cases open, I don't like to take the camera view out of here. So yeah, I think the NBA postponed the Lakers game tonight. But of course, they went on and played all their games yesterday. But the very first game that was played, each team on the first possession for each team, they just held the ball for 24 seconds without doing anything as a tribute to Kobe, which I thought was pretty cool. Jamil Dean, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Saints and Drew Brees. Power Formula Odell Beckham Jr., number 279, DeAndre Baker and the Giants. I mean, realistically, it would have been hard to cancel, or nearly impossible to cancel, the slate of NBA games for yesterday anyway. The Seahawks and Marquise Blair. But I am glad that they at least postponed the Lakers game that would have been tonight, because, you know, those guys have just... that whole organization's just got to be messed up over that. Nick Bosa for the Niners. And our autograph for the Ravens is Trace McSorley. Terry McLaurin, Redskins. The Patriots have a relic for Sony Michel. And the only thing left up there is another little advertising card. All right. Well, we're getting our stack down a little bit shorter anyway. Slowly but surely. Jay Allen says he'll probably be back before we get all this open. You're probably right. It's going to take me a little while. I mean, we're making a pretty good dent in it, but yeah, it's going to take a little bit, just by virtue of the sheer number of packs that have to be opened. You all know how that goes. That adds an untold amount of time to every break. Silly Panini. But that having been said, I am glad that they made this product available to distributors for us this year, because there's never as much optic as you want to begin with, and I like the fact that there's unique parallels. So even if they're not numbered, like when you pull in the autographs in the bronze parallel, even if it's not a numbered parallel, you still know there's not going to be as much of that as there are of the regular autographs. At least I don't think there will be. JJ Arcega-Whiteside, we continue to see just incredible amounts. Like, that almost looks bent. That is so warped and curved and crazy. And that is for the Eagles with JJ Arcega-Whiteside. I mean, that one really, that's the worst one I've seen. It really does look bent. I don't think it is, but, I mean, it doesn't appear to be, but it does look like it. It's so out of proportion there. Numbered 279, Melvin Gordon and the Chargers. Power producers for the Saints with Kamara, Raquel Armstead, Jags, Justice Hill for the Ravens. That was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Mike Evans. The Rams. There's A.J. Brown and the Titans in the bronze parallel. And our relic. Let's go ahead and get our last of our base and stuff out of my way here. And then we've got just the relic left. And the relic is Rashad Penny for the Seahawks. And all these relics so far have just been one color, including the one that was numbered 50. It was only one color also. All right. Yeah, I'm thinking collector's boxes may become, well, that's what they call this, may become kind of a thing, hopefully. I don't know. Topps has got one coming out for Big League, I think it is, which is not a product I would typically break because there's not a lot of hits in it, albeit if you do get one of the hits out of it, they don't come out super often, so it might be worth a little money. But anyway, they're putting figurines inside these collector's boxes of that this year. So I think I'm going to get some of it to break because, yeah, I mean, like carded ones like you would buy in the store of different baseball players. So I think it looks kind of interesting. I think I'm going to get a little bit of it and we'll see what's what about it. The Panthers. And this is a relic for Nick Chubb and the Browns. I believe, guys, that's a bookend relic for Chubb. I'm pretty sure that it is. Power Formula. Kerryon Johnson. A bronze Travis Fulgham for the Lions. Numbered to 79, DeMarcus Lawrence and the Cowboys. Pretty soon I've got to get used to typing the Las Vegas Raiders. Oy. It is so ingrained. Deontay Johnson Steelers with the bronze parallel. Mecole Hardman Jr. Chiefs. That Deshaun Watson Texans. Like, I know the order that football, baseball, basketball, that it goes in. I can just practically do it in my sleep as far as listing. You know, I know alphabetically how it's going to go. I don't even have to think about it. I can just do it. And whenever a team moves, like when the Rams went from San Diego up to Los Angeles, oh, I hate those adjustments. Travis Fulgham for the Lions is our autograph out of this box. Because you got to, like, remember to type them in a completely different order and then learn it again before it becomes autopiloted. So as soon as the 2020 products come out, I got to remember they're the Las Vegas Raiders, which just still sounds so wrong, doesn't it? Las Vegas Raiders. I don't know. Everybody keeps acting like Derek Carr is going to get kicked to the curb up there, too. I mean, I guess he could, depending on how they do on what they do on draft day and or in free agency, because there are a lot of quarterbacks available in free agency, potentially. Plus, of course, the draft. But yeah, there's an awful, I mean, the rumor mill is awfully geared up about Derek Carr not hanging around, and not because he wants to leave. So you gotta think there's probably some truth to that. And Chucky might be getting ready to kick Derek Carr to the curb. I don't know. I hope not, but I don't know. Christian Wilkins for the Dolphins. There was the Browns and the Bears. And we have an autograph for Sean Murphy Bunting. That is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay, we have the Cardinals to 79 with David Johnson. That was the Vikings with an insert. Deontay Johnson, bronze, and Zay Jones, relic. Buffalo Bills. And one left up there. One base card left, hanging out up there by itself. Jimmy said the Steelers did not have a pin. Oh, we got a long ways to go, man. A long ways to go. We're not even, what do we got left back here? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So once we open this, we'll only be at the halfway point. So we got still a bit to go. Yeah, David says he thinks the autographs have been underwhelming. It's about the same selection that we saw in regular Optic, in my estimation. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of difference in what we would have pulled out of Hobby Optic versus this. So to me, this is still more bang for your buck, given the autographs and that they're parallels, but that's just my opinion. Everybody's got their own opinions, obviously, and there's still plenty of reasons to break Hobby, too, because there are parallels in there that you don't find in here. Obviously, bronze is what we find in here. So there's room for both, but bang for your buck-wise, 20 autographs versus 12, I don't know. Not a bad little deal. And you will be offended. You're just happy that you got some Lions ink. I know, right? We'll have to find you some more, maybe. Try our best to locate some more. Tyree Jackson to 79, Buffalo Bills. Plus, we don't know who that redemption is. You know, that could easily be Drew Lock or somebody. Don't know. George Kittle, 49ers. Another relic for the Panthers, but it's DJ Moore again. So I believe this is a bookend. Let's see here. Redskins. And that is Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, bronze for the Saints. There's the Jags and Minshew. Eagles, Alshon Jeffrey. And a base card and some points. So that means one of our hits got replaced by this points card. Which means at the end of the night, we'll have to use random.org to give that out. That's how that's going to work. Rob, you like the Gardner Minshew refractor, or prism they're called in here. It's the same thing. A prism and a refractor are the same thing. It's just that Topps calls them refractors, Panini calls them prisms. But yeah, the silver, there was a silver prism of Gardner Minshew a minute ago. What do we have waiting for us here in this little box, or the rest of this little box? Drew Lock, Broncos to 79. There's the Bills. A bronze Riley Ridley for the Bears. Steelers with a relic for James Conner. And that's DeAndre Baker, Giants, bronze. That Tyree Jackson felt like it had something on the back of it, but I guess it doesn't. Obviously it doesn't. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 49ers, more points, and 2 hits now replaced by points cards. So maybe our redemption is going to be a big one. I don't know. Maybe. Ay. Okay, I butchered that wrapper. Freely admitting it, butchered the wrapper. Okay, that whole box, the wrappers are not cooperating with me, are they? They're just giving me grief all the way through. All right. Let's get after this one. That is the Seahawks and Marquise Blair with the bronze. There's another Prism Minshew Jags. Prism for the Saints. Kamara. A relic for the Giants. Saquon Barkley. Ravens, Lamar Jackson. Oh, there you go. Jags, baby. Getting a little Gardner Minshew ink. How about that, Jags? That probably makes you happy, because that doesn't come out. I mean, Gardner hasn't been really in a ton of products. He's been in enough, but there's not an overwhelming amount of autographs out there for him, and most likely he'll have the starting job again next year, and kind of surprisingly so, Travis Homer, Seahawks, and then the Rams. Not surprisingly so, as in he played poorly, so I'm surprised he would get the starting job. Surprisingly so, as in based on the fact that they had signed Nick Foles and where he was drafted and etc. We probably wouldn't have originally projected him to be the starter. That's what I meant by that. Not knocking the guy. I like the guy. I'd be curious to know, like, I wonder how many of the bronze there are. And they're not numbered, obviously, but as we talked about, I think they've got to be produced in smaller quantities than the hobby. I would certainly imagine. But I'm curious. You're hoping the redemption is T.J. Hawkinson? Yeah, I think he is a redemption in this product, I think. It's hard for me to remember. We opened so many things and my poor little brain is so old. It has a hard time remembering. But I do believe he is a redemption in here. I think you're on target with that. So it could be. It might be. Falcons, bronze for the Dolphins. And there went the Packers. And our autograph heads to the Falcons. Audrey Allison. Whoops, or something. Yeah, see, it's the advertising card. I knew there was something on the back of there. They like to stick on there. Irv Smith Jr. for the Vikings. Numbered to 79, we have got one for the Chargers. the other Bosa brother, Bosa 1.0, Joey Bosa. And little brother Nick heading to the Super Bowl. That was number 79 for the Chargers. There's Chargers again with a prism. Here's a bronze, another bronze for Irv Smith Jr. and the Vikings. Let's just go ahead and get our base and our advertising card out of there. And then we're going to look at a bookend relic for the Buffalo Bills with Zay Jones. So there's that. All right, we're making a dent in it, kids. We have opened 13. This is number 14 coming out of the wrappers right now. Well, coming out of the box. Shortly coming out of the wrappers. In a moment. Jimmy says you hate redemptions. You've been waiting for 4 months on some. Oh, well, yeah, Jimmy, I'm in the category of some of the people who wait years. Yeah. I've got some that are I've been waiting on a long, long time, but some of those were expired already when they were entered. But there are others that were not expired when they were entered, and they were back from 2016 and 2017 that I'm still waiting on. It took me like over 2 years to get an Ezekiel Elliott back, his rookie year, because it was a hard signed autograph instead of a sticker one. So like the people that had the sticker autos, they were getting theirs right and left, but I was waiting on a hard signed one. And so I waited and waited and waited and waited. It took a really long time, but I did eventually get it. DK Metcalf, Seahawks. And we have a Juwan Winfrey as our autograph here for the Broncos. Well, Denver ink. But you know, it's not Panini. It's up to the athlete and how quickly they sign or don't sign and return what they're supposed to be returning. Hunter Renfrow and the Raiders to 79. Bronze Amani Hooker for the Titans. Oops, there were 2 of those stuck together. Chargers and another Minshew for the Jags. You think Gruden's going to get the Raiders turned around? I mean, he looks like he's got them going in the right direction. Gary Jennings Jr., Seahawks, bronze. We have a relic for Cooper Kupp and the Rams. It just seems like a while since the Raiders have really been like super relevant. It hasn't really been probably that long, but it feels like it's been that long, but it kind of hasn't been because of the injury, and they had to start what's-his-head, you know, going in the playoffs a couple years back. What was that kid's name? But anyway, it just feels like it's been longer than it has, so it's time for the Raiders to kind of get going again, I think. Jimmy, you always sell your redemptions on eBay. Yeah, there are a lot of people that do, for sure. The thing is, it's just such a wild card. Sometimes you get them back right away. Sometimes you might be waiting for years. But if you get them back right away, they're generally worth more than if you just sold it as a redemption. If, however, you have to wait a long period of time and the player maybe doesn't perform well, which has definitely happened to me with some, then all that time you've waited, it's just like you've just watched the value drop down to nothing. So it depends a lot, I think, on who it is and whether they're veterans or rookies, and there's a lot of factors that go into it. But for sure, there are plenty of people that just as soon as they get them, they sell them right out as a redemption unscratched and let somebody else do the waiting. Can't say that I blame you. All right, that one is the Ravens. We have a relic for Saquon again, another bookend relic. Giants. And a bronze parallel Williams for the Bengals. Number 279 for the 49ers. That is Jalen Hurd. Benny Snell Jr. Bronze. Titans and Hooker. Redskins and Josh Norman. Autograph for Ty Johnson. And that is the Lions as well. We're skirting all around your man T.J. Hawkinson, aren't we? Well, meanwhile, at least you know you're going to go home with some Lions, so there's that. We have opened at 15. We have 5 remaining, including what is coming out of the box right now. You think that the Raiders might make the playoffs after they move to Vegas, and they're going to get motivated when they move? Yeah, they might. They definitely might. You got to worry about the rookies, though, being in Vegas. Like, what kind of temptation is that going to be? You're going to have some lockdown discipline up there in that place. Sin City. Speaking of lockdown discipline, and somebody who has none, poor little Kareem Hunt. I don't know why I say poor little Kareem Hunt. He keeps getting himself into these messes. But finally becomes eligible to play again. There he is, playing with the Browns. Has a decent half of the year. Not, you know, maybe quite back to form, but you can see potential rounding back in. And then guy gets pulled over for speeding. And they find an open container or a drink or something. Anyway, vodka in an open container. And weed. And the cop puts him in his car to search Kareem Hunt's car, and basically tells him, oh, he's a big Browns fan and blah, 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 and this kid shouldn't be blowing his second chance. And apparently Kareem Hunt sounds like he's crying and tells him not to drug test him because he won't pass the drug test. Bryce Love, Redskins, bronze parallel. So the cops, Michael Thomas and the Saints, or the cop rather, to 79, I don't know if there's multiple ones, just writes him up for a traffic citation. Doesn't write him up for the open container of alcohol. Doesn't write him up for the marijuana. Jordan Scarlett for the Panthers. Just lets him go with the speeding citation. But then somehow they release all of the audio and all the stuff from the arrest. So, like, even though he didn't get arrested for the other stuff, now that the NFL knows about it, you know that kid is toast. Sony Michel for the Patriots. I mean, you know he's going to get suspended. He just is. But, man, I mean, Kareem Hunt, you got to get your stuff together. Power formulas of Vikings. These young guys who, well, that's the thing, I guess. They're young guys, and they get handed a lot of money. And I think some of them, well, we know, some of them don't act the most responsibly when that happens. The Lions, Eagles, Vikings, and there goes that. He also said in that audio, little deal about how he's lost everything, and like he was just trying to ride around and relax or something in his hometown, and he's lost everything, he didn't have anything left, and you know, begging this cop or pleading with this cop to not drug test him or turn him in or whatever, and then says how his heart was like breaking that he wasn't with the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl this year. So, I mean, the kid is just in a bad way, it sounds like. So, I don't know. Hi, Edward. Edward says, fly, eagle, fly. You said the cop got scared and reported everything at the end of the shift. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe, but I mean, if that's the case, you should have written him up like nobody else. There is nobody else that would have not been written up for the marijuana and the alcohol. I mean, why bother to search his car if you're only going to then give him a traffic citation? But then why bother to do any, why bother to only give him the citation only to release then all the audio and everything of the encounter? Just none of it makes sense. This is Steelers. A bronze, Alexander Madison for the Vikings. The Vikings and Dalvin Cook. I think that's a bookend as well. Might even be a trio. I don't know. We'll have to check that out and recap. Power formulas, Russell Wilson for the Seahawks. To 79, the Giants and Dexter Lawrence. Rodney Anderson, Bengals. Titans. Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, I can almost guarantee you he's going to face some discipline from the NFL from that. I don't think there's much way around that. More points. 4 of them now. All right. We are continuing to roll along here. This is number 18 that's coming out of the wrappers of 20. Box number 18 of 20. I also thought it was weird that that the officer kept telling him, he was like, I believe the officer said, quote, I am the hugest Browns fan. So you kind of know at that point, you've probably got some leverage with that guy. And that guy's probably going to let you off. He's going to let you go, more than likely, which he sort of did. All right, that is Eagles. The Bears for a change of pace with a Mitch Trubisky relic. Jonathan Abram Raiders bronze. To 79, Zach Allen, Arizona Cardinals. Whoops. Little kid reporter stuck to the back there. A Drew Lock bronze. TJ Hawkinson silver. Silver Wentz. Another redemption. Oh, 2 redemptions now. They both better be pretty good ones, as many points as we've pulled. You know what I'm saying there? I'm feeling like we should get a couple of really good ones on our redemptions. Only time will tell, but that's what I think anyway. Next to last. I didn't show you the empty part of that. Or maybe I did, but I didn't think I did. All right, we're getting there, we're getting there. Imagine we would have, if this had been 1 pack per box or even 4 packs per box, We would have been done with this 20 minutes ago. But alas, it is not. Oh, hang on. Something was stuck to the back of that. I felt it hanging around back there. Clellan Farrell, bronze. Raiders, Kansas City Chiefs, Juan Thornhill, silver. Power Formula, Kerryon Johnson. Number 279, Drew Lock. I think this is our second Drew Lock numbered to 79, isn't it? I think it is. I believe so. We'll recap the numbered ones as well. Ah, a Kyler silver prism. Whatever you'd like to call it. I call it so many different things. Kansas City Chiefs, Tyreek Hill. We have a bronze Andy Isabella, Cardinals. A relic for the Steelers, James Conner bookend. And Ben Banagoo is our autograph for the Colts. Look at that. Indianapolis getting involved late here. Closing strong is Indianapolis. All right, we are Last Box Mojo coming at you right now. So let's see here if we can pull some fire out of our last box. I hope so. Oh, Jimmy, there's been a bunch of Steelers relics and things, haven't there been? Well, there's been a bunch of parallels of the bronze parallels. There's been at least one more or two more Steelers relics, I think. Because I think we have two James Conner, anyway, relics. Maybe the others were bronze and not relics. I just know I've said Steelers more than that. Marquise Brown, Ravens, bronze. That's Tavai for the Lions. A third redemption. Ay. Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. Relic. All right, we're closing in on it here. A bronze Tristan Hill, Cowboys. N'Keal Harry, Patriots, silver. Whoa. My pack is wanting to slide there. That's what happens when they get all bendy. These cards have all this curvature. Travis Kelce, Kansas City Chiefs. Mike Edwards, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, to 79. All right, so this brings us to redemption time. We're going to find out who's on those. Then we've got 4 little rewards points up there we're going to use random.org to give away. After we do that, we will recap our relics, our autographs, and our bronze parallels that are numbered to 79. We have so many other bronze parallels, like loads, as in loads and loads. We will not recap all of those. All right. So, let's see who's on the other side of here. First round, Benny Snell Jr. There you go for the Steelers. And it is a rated rookies autographs bronze for Pittsburgh. and your man Benny Snell Jr. The second around, oh look, Benny Snell Jr., rated rookies autographs, bronze. So whoever thought you didn't have Steelers, guess what? Now you do. If the third one is the same guy, I'm going to be a little aggravated. And it is not. It is DK Metcalf for the Seahawks, rated rookies autograph, bronze. All right, so let's go check it out on the Panini website. And then we'll give our points away as soon as we get our redemptions all happily verified here. Hang on one hot second. Let me get on the right page. And releases. Okay. Guess it'll just be in regular optic, like even though it's in the collector's box, I think they share, I guess, the same card set, really, I guess, yeah. So rated rookie autograph bronze. Autographs bronze, there we go. And what are they? Card number 100 and what? 185 is Benny Snell. So we'll keep going for a minute. There he is. Pittsburgh Steelers, both open editions, so they will not be numbered. But they are, of course, the bronze parallel. Card number 163 for our DK Metcalf. Right there for the Seahawks. All right, so those are all as we expected them to be. Now we've got points cards to give away. So let's get that done. I'll bring you back here for a second just to show you we've got 4. And what's going to happen is I'm going to copy the teams from the spreadsheet. Then I will paste them into random.org. I will run random one single time. When we have 9 or fewer items in our list, we run random 3 times, and only the third one counts. When we have 10 or more, as we do tonight, then I run random. Why can't I speak? I run random just once, and here's how it'll work. The first 4 teams listed after we randomize will each get a 250 points card. So I'm going to scroll through here. You can see that all of the teams were properly copied and pasted from the spreadsheet. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. All right, so the 49ers, the Cowboys, the Redskins, and the Kansas City Chiefs are going to get our 250 points. Now I have got those all happily labeled up, so let me just set them out of the way here and then get ready to recap. So we're going to, once again, we're going to buzz through our cards that are numbered to 79, then our relics, then our autographs, and at the conclusion of that, I will put up the spreadsheet information one final time, whereby you will have an opportunity to find out when your items are expected to ship, and then we'll also take a look at what's coming up in the days ahead. So all that coming up starting now. Each of these are numbered to 79. Mike Edwards and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Drew Lock, Broncos, Zach Allen, Cardinals, Dexter Lawrence, Giants, Michael Thomas, Saints, Jalen Hurd, 49ers, Hunter Renfrow, Raiders, Joey Bosa, Chargers, Drew Lock, Broncos, it was a bookend, Tyree Jackson, Buffalo Bills, David Johnson, Cardinals, DeMarcus Lawrence, Cowboys, Melvin Gordon, Chargers, DeAndre Baker, Giants, Marquise Brown, Ravens, Zay Jones, Bills, Dak Prescott, Cowboys, Irv Smith, Vikings, Rodney Anderson, Bengals. All right, our relics. We've got the Panthers, the Bills, Browns, Seahawks, Patriots, Vikings, Panthers, Cardinals, Browns, Vikings. There are definitely some repetition in the way of the relics. The Bills, Steelers, Bears, Vikings, Patriots, Giants, Rams, Bills, Giants, Steelers. Our points cards went to the 49ers, the Cowboys, the Redskins, and the Chiefs. Autographs, a redemption, DK Metcalf and the Seahawks, Benny Snell Steelers, Benny Snell Steelers, Ben Banagoo for the Colts, Ty Johnson, Lions, Broncos, and Jawan Winfrey, Quadre Ollison, Falcons, Gardner Minshew, Jags, Sean Murphy Bunting, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Travis Fulham, Lions, JJ Arcega-Whiteside, the Eagles, Trace McSorley for the Ravens. This is DeAndre Walker for the Titans. Hakeem Butler, Cardinals. Trayvon Williams, Bengals. Greedy Williams, Browns. Please remember, all those cards do have a lot of curvature in this product this year. Optic always has some. It seems like it has more than normal this year. So they do all have a little bit of that going on. Okay, let's take a look at all the other fun stuff. In case you missed the info earlier, here it is again. You can expect your stuff to be on the way approximately Thursday. If I can get something out sooner than the date that you see listed there, I will absolutely do so, but it should not be later than that. Every team definitely pull cards in Optic, so every team's got a package coming with no problem. If in Bowman's Best you found that you did not get a card of any sort, base or otherwise, you can expect to still get a package in the mail. It will go out when the rest of the break ships, and it will have consolation card or cards in it. So that is what you need to know about shipping for tonight. And here's what it looks like coming up in the days ahead. So tomorrow night, we're going to do an autographed baseball jersey, an 8-box case of Revolution basketball, and a 12-box case of Leaf Metal Draft baseball. On Wednesday, 3 autographed TriStar Game Changers baseballs and 1 TriStar autographed football. That's an actual football. And then a case of Archive Signature Series Active Player Edition. That is the new release for Wednesday. First 2020 baseball product that's going to hit the market will be Wednesday night. On Thursday, we're going to open another case of Contenders football. Veteran base does not ship in that particular break. On Friday night, a Leaf autographed baseball bat, another 20-box case of Archive Signature Series baseball. Daggone it, I said 29. I fixed the one up there, and then I left this one still said 2019, didn't it? Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? I don't know. Struggling with that. And then Crown Royal basketball comes out on Friday. We're going to open 16 boxes, which is a case quantity, but they are a half case from one place, a half case from the other place, just as an FYI for those of you who care about that sort of thing. On Saturday night, it's going to be a pair of Leaf autographed multi-sport jerseys, a single box of 2016 black gold football, and another 12-box case of Leaf Metal Draft baseball. Then I will be taking both Sunday and Monday night off since we don't have much in the way of new releases this week. And yeah, that's what we're looking like in the upcoming days, all right? So thanks everybody for being here. I do appreciate you very much. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your evening. And if I don't see you again tomorrow night, I hope you will come back and see me sometime soon. And I guess I'm done for the night. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.